Hello everybody and welcome to my show where I give you my insights as a GM, a player or a convention attendee that I've been doing for the last nearly 30 years now. When you write an adventure, where do you start that adventure when you get at the table? Let's explore in media res. Welcome to the GMS Academy. In media res is a term that is described to say essentially that you start in the middle of things. You start in the middle of the action. It is a very, very commonly used trick in cinema where the hero or heroine of the movie begins in the middle of a battle. It's a way to catch the attention of the players. One adventure that to me did this really well was The Rise of the Rune Lords, in which, without going into too many spoilers, the party begins in a town where some celebrations are taking place. That's excellent because it puts you in a place that makes sense, where everybody's having fun, where it's describing the importance of this celebration and why, when goblins attack and mess everything up, it has an emotional impact. And all of a sudden, whether players want it or not, they are in the middle of the whole thing. They are already there. It's done. So they have little choice but to defend themselves. And in defending themselves, they get the chance of becoming the heroes that the town needs at that particular moment. So it's excellent. It's a fantastic way to start pretty much any adventure. In times when we have seen so often, what are you going to do? Oh, well, we go to the inn, because the inn is pretty much the unemployment center of the town, any town, every town. Well, no, now you're going to say, well, you're in the middle of this massive dungeon now. We'll figure out how you got there later. But now you have to fight or die. That's it, you have them hooked. This is fantastic for one-shots. But also, in media res doesn't necessarily apply just at the beginning of the adventure. Let's say that, yes, indeed, you have managed to have a really long, detailed, very cool intro to how your players get into the adventure. That works very well, a lot better at the very least in more investigative games like Call of Cthulhu or similar. But in media res can apply to pretty much any event where you go in. And it doesn't have to be a battle. You've been invited to a party, you arrive in the middle of the party, in the middle of the concert, in the middle of the interrogation, in the middle of this ritual. The point is that whatever it is that's going to take place, it has already begun. You land in the middle of it. You can't stop it from happening because it has already started. But you can stop it from ending. And that builds up on the tension bit that I spoke about in the previous video. Because, oh shit, this is going to happen. This is going to, oh, this is about to end. We have to stop it. It builds that tension because you are in the middle of it, in the thick of it. You cannot help it but being involved. Of course, in media res also has its risks. What happens if you don't, the heroes don't get to stop that ritual, to finish that band of goblins? Well, you have to improvise that a little bit later on, which you do when you design the adventure anyway, because when you're going to start in media res, you have to consider several options. What happens if they manage? What happens if they don't manage? What happens if they do something else? Remember that when you design an adventure, it's a good idea to have 3 different outcomes, just in case. just in case. But immediate rest is a very powerful, very simple tool that you can use to really bring an awful lot of tension, of impact, of dynamism, of cinematic atmosphere to the beginning of any event within an adventure. Have a go at it. Take a look. Let me know, have you had any bad experiences with immediate rest? Because I'd love to hear about that and see if you've had any experiences to say, yeah, word of warning, don't try that. Don't try that at home, boys. Let me know. I'd really love to hear about you from that. Leave me the comments down there. And remember to subscribe to these videos to get notifications when we upload more in the very, very near future. Give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. And until next time, thank you very much indeed for being there. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.